Okay. Okay. Can we make it a goal that we have to finish this at least at the bare minimum?
I mean, surely this is the actual last part, though.
Yeah, surely this has to be the last part.
There's no way
I really hope so. I really hope so. Cause this has been like over a couple months now, and I really want to finish this. So we'll find out. Also,
Brewing's attorney for being so long.
All right. We got Malcolm doing Gant, so I can rest my voice between voice. I can take a break between doing this voice and this voice.
Fair enough.
No, then, I hate to inform the court that I've run out of OJ, so we won't be finishing the OJ.
The OJ.
I'm sorry, we're out of OJ. I repeat, we're out of OJ. Orange juice is out of stock.
Oh, speaking of drink, I should grab one. Just give me 2 seconds.
Will the defendant, Miss Lana Scott, please take the stand? Oh wait, she went to go get OJ. Hold on. Crap! I hate.
I'm gonna grab some.
We're going down this road. Well, since people are going out of the courtroom to get drinks for some reason, I'm gonna go get drink as well.
Alright, I'm back. I have my drink. I'm good. Okay. Oh fuck, I gotta do Lana. Okay.
I'm back.
Drinks have been grabbed.
Hooray.
Hooray! I also played a little bit more of Ghost of Tsushima today.
Oh, nice.
It's so good! Like, no,
right?
no wonder it won so many awards, because, oh my god.
Yup.
It's so
good news, everyone!
good.
Yeah.
I found the OJ!
Yay!
Excellent. Miss Lana Sky, you are Chief Prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course. The truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I will always be your sister. Oh, Emma.
Now then, your testimony, if you will, while I drink some OJ. First, tell us about your relationship with the Chief Gat. Everything hinges on your testimony. The only chance we have to get Gat. Also, this OJ is fucking gone!
I'm drinking Coca-Cola. I don't know why.
I had Coca-Cola earlier, so I'm kind of waiting.
Yeah, so did I. I'm drinking water right now.
I drink water all day.
I've mostly been drinking coffee all day.
I mean, I also had coffee today, like 3 times. I almost fell asleep at work, and I was like, this is bad.
I feel that.
So, anyway, I've worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dirk convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But, Lana...
If this is true, that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright. You've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah, it's no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination drinking the OJ. Oh, that was a slag. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much as yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in courts is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And...
Did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
What if she was... But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
It's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Elena.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? You said you did this all by yourself?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change that statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
Something like that.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
Well, just to protect me.
So when you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes.
You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound, and then you moved the body!
But why? Why would you do that?
You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. When you showed up at the crime scene, where exactly was this victim's body?
It's where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this more in detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body! pieces of the jar? You mean...
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead, and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle.
I see. What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to that.
There must be a contradiction here somewhere.
Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. Hey, here, it's hard to make out, but there's a deep red stain here.
Looks like blood.
This piece the Jeep has is different, though. The blood stains on the other pieces are just flat, but this one's a line.
That's odd. Just trying to think. So there's the charm.
Maybe just straight up present the jar? Because the way I've had to think about it is, someone wrote a message on it, but she said it shattered when she got there.
Ah, Kyle has something. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life would have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring it to everyone's attention. A significant contradiction within your testimony.
Contradiction in my testimony?
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on the jar with the victim's blood.
Yes. The prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies.
No.
In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must have not yet been broken before he died. Oh, that's true. That actually does make sense. Holy shit. He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shadowed jar! Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well! The witness may continue testimony.
Immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room, and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think that Dirk was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may drink some OJ. Oh, and do stuff. Yeah. I'm afraid this action universe reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces.
But how could you see with the power out? It's pitch black.
Detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece.
Objection. That's pretty clear as day.
Not all of them.
Miss Sky believes the jar conceals the truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In a chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece to wipe the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night the prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant simply miss the piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. They might be well, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. I can't believe that.
Really? Good Lord, Your Honor. Have you forgotten?
Your Honor, I don't mean to interject, but that was a little too much information for my liking.
What? My dentures? Are they missing again?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Anywho.
Oh! They were in my mouth! They were in my mouth the entire time! Oh, it happened again!
Yes, quite. When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that!
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying that this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Oh, we're going after the judge? Wow. No! No! Wow. Wow, the judge had a breakdown.
Damn.
Wait. I'm not the one on trial here!
No, you are not, Your Honor.
Did we just witness the judge break down?
Yes.
And if at all possible, I would prefer to not witness that again. Agreed?
Remember, this is Gench
I agreed.
time.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
In discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Yikes!
Oh, she just bit her thumb.
Ow!
No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. A defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their client.
Foul lies. Imagine that coming from my own client.
Oh, God.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? There's something wrong, Mr. Wright! Lana, maybe right after all.
What do you mean, right?
So, do you tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Miss Skye, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of the Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Skye, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Alright, the witness will testify once more, and for the frickin' final time! God, this case is too long.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought, she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword!
You, only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I don't remember receiving any picture from Lana.
She gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
I think it's a book on how to get
Yep.
Of course.
Hey.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. Hey, there's a picture in here.
Oh. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I noticed something.
That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be?
The cloth he found inside Chief Cat's safe.
What? It had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints are those must be the real murderer.
What? Those fingerprints. They're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well, the defense may do its thing. Huh?
What?
Hey, Malcolm! It's you now.
Oh!
Come on, Edgy! This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen!
Chief Cat!
What, you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Oh, what?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
This must be that risk you were talking about earlier.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
God, I love his freakout so much.
So what?
That's so
You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, Edgy, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking. Even if I can't testify, I can still produce evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait! You mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't. But somebody does.
Someone?
So, what's your
Oh.
excuse, Naito? I've even been keeping quiet about it. You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall. Yeah. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
Is this true, Mr. Wright? If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, please present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing for the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Well, let's read that thing again.
Show it.
No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial.
Yeah, but if
Should I present that piece of evidence?
Fabric, though, right?
The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Hold on.
Okay.
I need to. Okay, it has to be when it's presented. It has to be relevant, right?
It's the fabric of his jacket, though. Like, there's no way that isn't relevant.
Well, if I don't show the evidence, because it's not technically, if I present it, it's not relevant to the case right now. Because we don't know. We've seen the image, but we haven't actually pinpointed what the evidence is, right?
I mean, but it's straight up talking about the evidence that points out the murder, right? So I'm pretty sure that's what it's going for.
This one?
No, the piece of fabric with the handprint on it.
Yeah, I mean, but like we haven't shown that link yet, so technically it's not evidence. It's not relevant.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the link would be in part of his jacket.
You know what? I saved here, so let's go show evidence. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence.
Right. The time's finally come to show them. Those prints have got to be the Chief's.
No, let's see this conclusive evidence.
Oh no.
It's a piece of leather cloth. Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest.
What's this? There's a big handprint on it.
Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword.
What? Whose fingerprints are these?
I'm sure Rido has checked, haven't you?
Well, whose are they? They're Miss Skies. They're Miss Skies and Miss Emma Skies.
They're mine? So if I really did do it.
See, I told you it was good.
But this was found in your safe. That means it's a possibility you forged it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Rido. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. You really expect me to believe that?
But
Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Skye to Neil Marshall's death.
no. It appears we have our killer. No! Okay, so I did screw up. I probably shouldn't have presented it. Yeah.
Don't reload just. Oh.
Yeah, that's guilty. Yeah, that I fucked up. Well done, me. Yeah, okay, so I should have hit it. I see. I should have trusted my gut. I said don't show it because it's not relevant. Technically, Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I could present at this point in time.
What? You lie!
Chief Gant!
You opened my safe! I know you took what was inside! The conclusive evidence!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this In your safe?
What? That means the chief of police have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
You really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky?
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene.
2 pieces of evidence. You mean those two? You mean those items in your safe? But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance.
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for the murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for? Fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Gee, my boy. People just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Oh, come on, righto. Cough enough already. I know you have it. Out with it, my boy.
For Mr. Right?
So you admit to it then, Chief Kent? That you were hiding the cloth that you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have anything to do with that being cheap and all. It's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory's mine. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright, let's see this conclusive evidence! I don't know if I did this right. I think I screwed up. Mr. Edgeworth, your opinion, please.
Can you present the book?
Yeah.
I think. I think. Was I thinking? Oh, weird.
Technically. Yes. Okay.
Wait, Edgeworth is thinking?
I know, right? Alright, present it.
I mean, probably more than you two.
Hold on,
are,
let me
but-
verify. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes! They put it into the righto.
There's a handprint of this piece of cloth!
Your Honor, the The prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Raito had all this time to present this specific piece of evidence. Yet, he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that.
Great. Do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Wait, I think, did I screw myself up? Very well. I'll tell you.
Feels like it's going the right
It
way.
should be okay now. Oh, everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whose fingerprints belong to is... Emma! Emma Sky!
They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, baby girl.
Oh, you're really something right now. This girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
Could you? You monster.
Sky!
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, didn't you? You acted like she really didn't.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. Purposely concealed this conclusive piece of evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue. Aren't you gonna tell us how it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what? Right.
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool blabbing about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what can it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right now.
Oh. It's fun watching you squirm, righto.
This piece of evidence does indeed seem to contradict something. Your outward appearance of mental sanity. Okay, no, I'm wrong.
Jesus.
What am I doing?
John's getting savage.
Yeah, no. No, okay. Crap, I didn't save!
Rip. I think it's the picture. Because
Oh, thank you.
What exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture, Miss Dice. Take a good look at it. See where that piece of his vest was cut out? Yes,
His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make it out with all the blood in his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest was soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out into his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth! Wait, there's no blood on it!
Ah!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time!
No! This is nonsense!
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could have it been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer! I like how Malcolm cut out at the end.
That was beautiful. It was just no. Ah.
It's finally over.
I love it.
Okay, so Kyle. Oh no! Objection.
Who's calling him? Oh, you mofo. You mofo.
You had me.
Hmm?
I'm sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see that piece of cloth? It's illegal evidence.
Order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, OG? Earlier, right out here concealed that piece of cloth.
Ah, this is easy.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse right to present the evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
It's not fair.
Oh, did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you this time.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it?
I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
That you purposely...
Did not.
No, if I admit to that, all my planning would have been for nothing. I'm gonna pretend I didn't say that. Oh, I said it wrong. Sorry. I admit it. I refused to present evidence at one point.
So the evidence is illegal.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Uh-huh.
It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
Well, what do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved with presenting evidence.
No, Aji. Don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe him.
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. Let's settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now!
There you go. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at the point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of cloth myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying. I did not have the approval from the police department.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove that the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Take one look at this picture and...
An objection, yeah. Sorry, but you can recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago!
No!
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who could that be. Damon Gant! The killer was you!
No, no.
Jesus.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the apartment drinking, trying to get something on me.
Oh, sorry?
Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
You wanted to reinvestigate the case. You recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't trust the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all of this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood. making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint. Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. Everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what a big deal, Edgy. Make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside. We can talk about that later. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer.
Kind of slightly feel bad for him.
I don't.
Slightly.
They all did their best to get in my way. But I hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in...
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand.
Oh, he does understand! Oh, wow, foreshadowing. Gant foreshadowed he foreshadowed the entire Ace Attorney investigations. Holy shit.
Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. Let's see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go in low.
That's interesting. He literally foreshadowed other games.
Interesting.
Well, it looks like it's time to say goodbye.
I am also.
Oh, Pudgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, damn it, Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, G. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here. And Worthy. These two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of new cases.
Wow, I have to hand it to Gant. He actually kind of predicted how the games would play out in the future, even before we all knew about it. Like, I get it. He was not a very good criminal when it boiled down to it, but I mean, you gotta admit that he did have that hint that after seeing what happened in court today, that he really knew that these two would actually truly make changes in the court.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
If I remember correctly, and I haven't played like the original Ace Attorney here in a while, but if I remember correctly, even though you and Edgeworth are going against each other, he occasionally like helps
Yeah, he
you
does.
out.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he occasionally like helps you out and kind of goes, "Hey, Phoenix, like this is wrong." but he like phrases it in a way that makes it seem like he's just being arrogant and cocky.
Mhm.
But he's
Yeah.
actually like, no, Phoenix, you were dumb. This is what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting.
Not
He
just this game too. The later ones they do the same thing, but they kind of make it more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
But
like
it's
a running theme.
But it's interesting though that he kind of was able to predict the events of like later games. Of that, it is indeed true. Both of them did really change the shape of law from when they started. Obviously, we won't know Phoenix's story until the end of the series, until the end of the trilogy, and you have to play something else for Edgeworth. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, all right. There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes?
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. And the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems that all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My. What high standards you have. For a rookie.
Hmm?
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Haha! Foreshadowing again!
Funny you should mention that.
She's so pretty. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yeah, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us, including myself. Miss Sky.
Sorry, I was taking a drink. Yes, Your Honor?
You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes. I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trial's gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of
Agreed.
murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty!
Yay!
Hey.
Running. Oh wait.
That is all. The score is adjourned.
Ah, finally. This game is this case is over! Ah! At long last, it's finally over! Thank God! My head! Emma? Were you watching me bang my head against the corner? Emma? What? Why the long face? Also, my head hurts a bit. I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit!
No, that's not it.
Is it my forehead? I think it's my forehead, isn't it? It's red, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's also not it. Just now, after the trial ended. You know, I did my best too,
So it's not my forehead, isn't it?
but Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Oh, I'm not interrupted anything, pals. Come shoot, this is like the third time, come on. Oh, I guess I am. Huh. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What the fuck?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Make the detective run all around while on duty.
Whoa, deja vu.
I know, right? I'm topping it all off, you call me here. I've seen half your people at funerals. Wow, this deja vu's weird.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
Anyways, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh. Are you here because of my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. Came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. Thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana!
Oh my god, you get to talk to yourself!
Yay!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Fair.
Owe you an apology.
Ah, cool, Cameron gets to talk to herself for a bit.
Woo! It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course! You know, sis? I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have!
Oh, smile again!
Oh, and they're so fucking cute!
Ah!
They're so cute!
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find our way back to our rightful path. And it's from there that we can move on toward the brighter future. At least that's what I felt like. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Edgeworth, why were you hiding underneath the couch? Where was he hiding? Why are you under the couch?
Don't question it, right?
It's okay, Mr. Wright. It's okay. It's Edgeworth.
What?
He just likes to sulk in the corner sometimes, you know. He has this one corner in the courthouse. It has like mushrooms growing all over it.
Okay. Too much information.
Hey,
Too much information.
So it's not my fault the mushroom corner is cozy.
Okay. I don't need to know about this. Edgeworth, why are you here?
It's okay. At the end of this, we can all go swimming.
Get out of here!
Anywho, I just came to say, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
ooh,
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth.
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did.
well, to be fair to Edgeworth, he did have some really terrible role models in life in terms of like teaching him how to be a prosecutor.
This is very true.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, Von Karma, Gant.
Let's not explore that path.
I mean,
I'm
if
just
you
saying.
gotta share an office with Pain for long enough, I think that'd drive anyone mad.
That's true. Anyway.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Well, in any case, the thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. Oh wow, me and Lena are on the same wavelength here.
Hey,
We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true. But think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. What's this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth or I would have been able to find out on our own? I don't know! Is it the piece of cloth?
I don't think so.
that might mean something to you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence?
Rip,
Oh,
it's
sorry.
time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth,
If you'll excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or it can help. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. Seems I owe you my thanks too, right? What I face now is my problem.
Attorney investigations! Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
Oh, it's gone!
I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon.
Isn't it sad that we never hear from Lana after this?
It is.
Yeah.
I love Lana. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation?
That duck really likes investigating and
I was just
presenting
gonna
stuff.
say, like...
Yeah, that duck though. He's the best of both worlds.
Book Duck, Ace Attorney.
Why is there no game like this? Oh wait, we do have something similar to that. Anyway, besides the point.
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Oh, her smile.
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Also, I didn't get paid for this case. Again. I'm gonna lose the office again. Sorry, me up. Anyway, as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't get chucked up just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she, isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to, bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, this right here is the one who'll be footing the bill.
Huh? Huh?
What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
You have a salary? Huh? 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 What?
Just because it's small doesn't mean you got insulted, pal.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
You, Mr. Right, you're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Yay!
Hey!
Hey.
So that has been. Now this is the actual end to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So
Arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study on her top corner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
like that didn't really fruit through.
Lana, my girl. I was so sad we never saw her again.
No.
Yeah.
Like, not even like a
Unfortunately.
cameo appearance. Like,
I mean, you Ace Attorney game would be yours.
Yeah, 'cause I thought it was they overlooked my
Hey.
unauthorized investigation of the chief's office.
Sure, I probably should have read that.
I feel
That
like
was
something
more
more
worse than firing you. Ouch. Ouch.
Just can't shake me up that easily. Ah,
oh my God,
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
Anyway, Yeah, that's the end of your first game of the trilogy. So there's like 2 more games. So we're not actually done yet.
And we
God damn
already
Oh,
started
coffee.
great Ace Attorney too.
Oh,
So
Yeah, you gotta keep cycling between them. Oh, yeah, my new master's got the main entrance to take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I saw them now. Someday I'm going to make a detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that thing comes out.
every time I hear his name, I think of. So Phoenix Wright has an anime, and the voice actor for Phoenix, Eric Vale, goes absolutely ham in the studio, and he has a ton of bloopers.
Oh god, the bloopers are so good.
And he has this one.
Oh no!
Oh god,
And-
no!
No, burn it, burn it.
He has this one that's like, next time on Ace Attorney, I'll show everyone my dick.
Oh, it broke! Yes, it broke. The nightmare is over. The nightmare is over.
But
The demon has been purged.
but like in the blooper, he's like, next time on Ace Attorney, I'll show everyone my dick.
Oh, Kyle, this is you.
Gumshoe.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak its into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. He even gave Bambina back her smile. Can make sure Billy and the gang get their water.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's in jail now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think we saw Marshall again, did we?
No, we never did.
I think so.
Oh, hey, I'm Angel.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put my new meal on the menu, the right way with lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the Turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Turnabout theme.
Turnabout, yep. That's a common trial theme.
Turnabout everything.
So.
Turnabout
Brandon. Brandon.
Oh,
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left. Anyway, he said he's been doing something for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I better be. Huh? Oh no! I forgot my gavel! No, sorry, gotta go. No, my dentures too.
I can just imagine the judge getting up and just tripping over his robes as he's trying to run for his
Oh my
gavel.
god.
Yeah. So, yeah, this first game was kind of like cemented the point of like, yeah, no, I'm going into this franchise forever.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Oh, it's Maya!
Maya!
Hey.
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon prayer is about to begin!
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. I love Maya.
Ah, cameo. So we still have another half an hour in the stream, so maybe I'm thinking we might as well start going into that next trial, that next game. At least a peek
Sure.
into it.
Sure, I'm down.
I know. Yeah.
Sure.
We're just all chatting about Ace Attorney during this whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? I brought you your tea. Huh? What's going on? Oh, is he the doctor?
Oh, that's a teaser for next game.
So,
Yeah.
because it's long weekend, actually, I'm thinking of doing another one. So we'll see.
Me and Kyle can maybe do Saturday later.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Thank you, Miss Wright. And thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lena, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh. Really? Oh, I get to open it. Nice.
Open it.
We're not done yet. What's this? Open the letter. Aww. Aww. That's a nice photo to end up on. Aww. That's so adorable.
That's so cute.
Aww.
Oh my goodness. Emma's so cute. I love her. I love Lana too. I love
Rise
Lana a
from the
lot.
ashes.
I love Lana.
All right, that's the end of Ace Attorney 1.
Woo!
So I hope you guys enjoyed it, but it's time to move on.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God we're at that trial.
Justice for all. All right, let's do this. Second game.
Oh, I remember this trial.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Oh no, no, not that theme again. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. No! What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this! Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney! Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title! Oh, September. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before trial starts anyway. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Good. I finally found it.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but...
This friggin'
It's
dude.
nothing personal, Mr. Attorney.
Poor Phoenix. She suffers so many head injuries.
Right?
Guys probably had about like 5 or 6
Ah, my
concussions.
head.
Don't just suffer so much abuse across the series.
I know. Oh, my head, it's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there? Oh, you better do this.
Good morning!
Ah! Good morning.
What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit?
Sorry, but please turn the teariness down. My head sort of hurts.
Roger that!
Am I in trouble or something?
Huh? Trouble?
Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right?
Why
I
is
thought maybe I
Phoenix
had done
British?
something wrong.
Why is Phoenix British? What? Whoa. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble.
Huh? What?
I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Life in my hands?
You promised me. You said you would prove that I'm not guilty.
Not guilty?
She looks so happy.
Just
Guess what I
curious. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Scrap.
Oh,
Sorry.
leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Never.
What is this girl babbling about?
Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? Sprite, how could you say that?
Oh.
How could you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this.
No, it's just that... I think you have the wrong person.
Yes?
Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
I was about to start. I'm counting on you there, okay? God, I love how hyper Maggie is.
I guess I must have
It's pretty
amnesia.
great.
Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone, please, tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling that this is the one dream I won't be waking up from?
It's like, why is Phoenix British?
Oh, you don't want to know why Phoenix is British? Because he forgot he has amnesia. He just explained it himself. I thought that this is the one time Phoenix doesn't remember who he is, so I thought, let's give him a British accent for once, for a bit.
All right.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Byrd. Make sure my dentures are here. Yeah, my dentures are here. Okay.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, we probably should let Malcolm do some voices.
Actually, yeah, we should probably do that.
Malcolm, take over Payne.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready?
What if I said no? Would that be alright?
Of course it wouldn't.
Then what bother asking me to begin with? Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory's kind of...
The court will not hear any defense's excuses. Besides, because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Oh, oops, I telling... Oh, great, the judge is turning British now. Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
Policeman? You did what to a policeman?
It wasn't me. Besides, Justin and I... We weren't lovers like that.
In any case, prosecution proved that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
Been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay, and who are you again?
Prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Nowhere to hide. Oh, I'm so dead.
Oh god, I didn't see it come through so soon.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
You don't look very well, Detective.
Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so you know how it is.
You work under that detective?
Yes, sir. While I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'd never forget what he said.
Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. Happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park.
Local cops.
The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landed beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in their report that was distributed yesterday.
Oh yes, this autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented.
The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photo.
Very well, the courts accept this into the evidence. Now then, I recall yesterday's preliminary hearing. A very important piece of evidence was brought up to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, I guess?
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found out of the victim's body.
Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me 1 second.
What? You talk like you were an amateur. I thought you were a pro, sir. All right, sir. I'll help you through this. Oof.
Okay, time of death 9/6 at 6:28 p.m. Cause broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Glasses found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found. And then this is the photo. Okay, I do have a question. What's with the victims and using their fingers to write stuff on the ground? I swear.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It seems that he was dating the defendant at the time. Prosecutor lacks president, generally bad at getting his points across. Detective in charge of...
That's
I was
funny.
like, it's like, okay, my client, the only thing I ever recall is just he's a policewoman. Yes, thank you for obviously noticing that. The victim and a policeman. He seems he was dating the defendant, Maggie Bard. Dick Gumshoe, detective at local precinct. In charge of the initial investigation. Okay, all of these sound pretty clear. Him, the prosecutor, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Anyway.
At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record.
Court record?
Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with the case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing tab.
What? A tab? What's a tab? You just gotta stay silent about that.
It's okay, Mr. Wright. Just keep going.
Tab, huh? You really know what you're doing, don't you?
It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
No, I'm gonna stop you there. There's only one person who's a legal aid.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later!
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Tab?
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
Let me go double check! Yes. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses.
That's right.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh, sorry. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And held onto them as he fell.
Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye?
Those glasses you're wearing.
Mm, yeah, they're my spare pair. But the glasses they found at the crime are not mine, I swear, sir.
You sure about that?
Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine.
A coincidence, he says. Ugh.
Fane,
Yes, Your Honor. I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more!
This evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
Oh, we're doing a cross-examination for the first time.
Hey, I think there's something even more incriminating than the glasses on the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed.
Oh, of course he did. Of course. Why would I be surprised?
Yes, of course, the name's right there, see? Come on now, keep up. Anyways, I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence in the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see your name clearly written here.
Prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. We accept it.
As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground.
But I already told you those glasses weren't mine.
And how do you explain this dying message?
It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
This is it.
Ooh, I haven't heard
Hang
this
on,
music in a while. Sure, but what am I supposed to do?
What? This isn't like you at all. Wait, this is the part where you get to the victim, the witnesses' faces.
Get in the faces into what?
I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court.
For the sake of speeding this along, I'm just gonna go through this because they're basically just reteaching you how to play the same game again. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna speed through this.
He does kind of look like a scatterbrain.
Yeah, I did see that too.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Oh, here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. Oh God, I don't know how more can I can actually keep this up. Okay, there's something incriminating. During the date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. We managed to write the compass. The culprit's name?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but
What was the name that of my client? Are you absolutely certain?
sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point.
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Don't have me. I know the picture says Maggie, but
Now that you mention it, something about this picture does seem to feel a bit off.
that's how we found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence.
So that's what sporting a contradiction feels like. I gotta check the court record again. I mean, is there it's kind of hard for me to determine that there's hold on. Yeah, Maggie. Yeah, it does say Maggie, but where's the contradiction? I don't. Hold on. Is there a contradiction? I can't see it. Oh wait, hold on.
How is Maggie's name spelled?
Maggie.
How is it spelled?
Sorry.
There.
Sorry. Thank you. It's been too long. It's been too long. No, it hasn't. Oh, wrong image.
Rip.
No, that's... No?
Can you not present witnesses? Yeah.
Huh. I thought that would be it.
Hey. Can you not present witnesses evidence
Oh, yes, I can. I forgot about that.
in this game? Hey.
What is it? You know, I'm so used to you saying objection, but I mean, you kind of have to say something.
He's just pointing there menacingly.
It's kind of interesting, but by this game, the judge is now used to him shouting, that he just sort of he just expects like something to happen afterwards. It's kind of interesting. Hey.
I mean, fair. It's Phoenix.
Well, what's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection, and I yelled out at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent.
Yeah, that's called being a lawyer, Phoenix.
What a rush! Detective Gumshoe,
You talking to me, pal?
please state the defendant's name for me.
Pain. Is pain and pain?
Pain.
Pain.
Pains and pain. Alright, I guess I'm subbing.
Why are you trying to pull with this feature exercise, Mr. Wright?
That's... Kyle, you take over. I don't like that voice.
Alright. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You see, this is a very crucial line of my questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please.
Well, where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird.
I think someone needs to check the court record.
What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird.
It looks like the bird cut the cat napping.
What's going on here?
I have no idea either, sir.
As you can see, the victim did indeed leave the name Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie with a Y, not an I. This is a blatant contradiction of facts.
Oh!
How about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not know her name.
No!
This is very true. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you absolutely certain that the defendant... Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers?
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe, Please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant.
Kidding. Good night, guys.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Alrighty. Yes, sir.
I don't know how much more I can take to this place.
We could always just call it here.
It was you who chose to do the,
We'll keep going. We'll keep pushing. Let's keep going.
Alrighty.
Let's do it.
Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. Sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggie, I mean, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him.
Oh, those two sound like they were close.
Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. We cross-examined the witness, Mr. Wright.
Alright, we'll get through this one and then maybe we'll stop for tonight.
It's probably a good idea.
Okay. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her?
What? You saying the guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal?
No, that's not what I meant at all. Maggie? You okay?
Detective Gumshoe and Destin were only a year apart, you know.
This fella has a ways to go before marriage.
Mind your own business, pal.
Day of the incident, you mean September 6th?
Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day.
Okay.
And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit.
I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time.
That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. You seem to know a lot about the defendant.
Well, that's because, I'm a boss. I've gotta watch out for my subordinates.
But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a little bit too far?
Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything happens under me. Something as much as scratches there.
I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time.
Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested.
I think the good detective's about done here. Over 2 months ago.
Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal.
So what was this birthday present?
She got him a glove.
A single glove? Why would you only give him one?
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Oh, I see. A baseball glove.
Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan.
A baseball glove? Just now, I believe you said the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance?
Nah, nothing like that, pal.
Then what was it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made?
Yep, that's what I said.
So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it seemed that there's little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case?
Yes it is. Of course it is. I don't know where this will lead me, but course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case.
Yes! Bluffing to the max. Now this is the Miss Right I know. So happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long does it take? This is great.
Impressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this, squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you are that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter.
Actually, I brought the glove with me today.
And?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry, show the gloves to the court.
Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir.
Oh no! Oh no! I remember this joke! Oh no!
It's
Business trial.
it's rather yellow, isn't it?
Officer Prince really liked the color yellow.
And that's why you had the special audit?
Yep, that's right. That and one other reason.
I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
No, really?
Now, if that is important, this brings up an important question. Shut the hell up, Payne!
I didn't even say anything.
Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honor.
Oh my god, that does look like banana.
It really does.
It does look
Detective-
like nah.
Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're gonna have to wait until tomorrow for that. You're gonna have to wait for next time. All right, that's the end. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.
Yay!
So, next stream.
The first game.
So next stream will not be this. We're actually gonna do Great Ace Attorney Adventures now. I really should get far ahead into the game, but anyway, that's the end of that. We're done. Let's get out of here. GG no re.